The relationship we have with our canines can be quite parental, but does this mean dogs see us as parents? AnimalWised explains. Do dogs recognize their mothers? Anyone who lives or has lived with a dog knows well that dogs have memories, but it's difficult to know how much information they retain. Are they able to recognize their own family members, for example? This question has intrigued researchers over the years, with a study being carried out in the 90s to check out the extent to which dogs remembered their siblings, mothers, and offspring. Dogs participating in the experiment were separated from mother and siblings between 8 to 12 weeks of age before being adopted by a human family. After 2 years, each dog was reunited with their canine family to study their behaviour. It was concluded that dogs do not show sufficiently clear signs that allow us to affirm they recognise their own siblings after so much time apart. However, they were able to determine they are perfectly capable of recognising their mothers and their offspring. Mutual recognition in dogs is possible thanks to their magnificent sense of smell. During the first weeks of life, the mother creates a very intense bond with her puppies. Unconsciously, they memorize the characteristic smell of each one, a process influenced by the important action of canine pheromones produced by the dogs. As we know, scents are closely related to memory and emotions. It is through this means that dogs are able to recognize other individuals. Do dogs consider a person to be their parent? Although dogs can recognize their mothers through smell, this does not necessarily mean they are able to understand what the concept of a mother is, much less whether they consider someone of a different species than their own to be one. As humans, we can give an objective meaning and a subjective valuation to each word, so we understand what it means to be someone's child. For their part, dogs recognize their parents simply because this gives them an adaptive advantage. If they know who their mother is, they can go to her in case of danger, be provided with food, prevent inbreeding, and avoid fights within the family group. Although many guardians humanize their dogs and treat them like children, dogs know perfectly well that we belong to a different species. For this reason, their behavior is not the same when interacting with a person or with another dog. The many centuries of domestication have made dogs capable of learning the meaning of our gestures and words. They communicate with us in ways they would never use with other animals. In this sense, dogs can form a very close and lasting bond with their guardian, being able to recognize them easily in a crowd. There is no evidence that allows us to affirm that they consider a person their mother or father. How do I know if a dog considers me their parent? It is almost impossible to guarantee your dog considers you them to be their parent, but this doesn't mean they cannot feel attachment and affection towards you. The important distinction here is not to know whether your dog considers you their parent, but how to know if they love you. Find out in the video shared above whether you are your dog's favourite. A healthy bond between the dog and their guardian is key to achieving affinity and good coexistence. Here are some tips to build it. To begin with, do not humanize your dog. Their needs for socialization, exercise, and stimulation are different from those of a person and also depend on the individual. Be well informed about them and cover them appropriately. Likewise, learn about canine communication to be able to understand what your dog wants or feels at all times. Spend quality time with them and do activities together that they enjoy, whether outdoors or at home. Take care of their health by providing quality food, exercise, and veterinary care. Educate them through positive reinforcement with consistency, patience, and empathy. Your dog may not consider you their parent, but if you follow these tips, you will become their reference, safety, and support. If you want to continue learning about dog behaviour, don't miss the playlist we share here. Does your dog treat you as if you were their mother? Let us know by sharing in the comments, and we'll see you next time.